about your video structure. You're using direct hooks. So if you want to grow quickly, you need to make sure people are actually sitting down and watching your videos, and these people are applicable to the video. So within the first couple of seconds, your video should explain what the context is and who the video is for. Then you need to go in a storytelling aspect of things, where you give some credibility as to why you're talking about this topic, and then you slowly deliver, and then you actually give people actionable next steps. So people are getting hooked in and you're giving them a nice journey. And then you've got call to actions, which are just basically one-liners to make sure people comment and follow or engage with you further, because people are more likely to do something if you tell them to do it. So get those involved. If you take everything that I've spoken about there, spend the time to learn it, digest it, and apply it to your own TikTok growth journey, you will see success on TikTok. Like we did with this account, what we've done with previous accounts, what we're helping hundreds of people do as well. So if you want more in-depth information, step-by-step processes of doing this, along with support from experienced TikTok coaches such as myself, then click the link in our bio to become an Academy member, where within 6 months, you can be generating an income in TikTok. So make sure you don't miss out on that, and click the link in our bio, and we'll see you over there. If you want to get more views on your TikTok videos, this is a checklist that you can run through for every single video before posting to increase your chances of getting more views. And this is a checklist I personally run for every video I put out, and this process has allowed me to get over 120,000 followers in less than 6 months. So make sure you save this so you can come back to it later, and drop us a follow for daily TikTok growth content. Now, the first point of the checklist is obviously your topic. You have to have a specific topic for a video, and you have to have some form of key point to the video. If you don't, people are going to watch it and go, why the hell did I watch that? So before you start recording, make sure there's a key topic or a key point. Now you're going to make sure that your video's got an audio hook, which is essentially the first line of the video. This serves two purposes. It's to get people to stop and watch the video, and it's to help people understand if the video is going to be for them. So yes, you can just mention the topic of the video in your audio hook. That's a really good place to start, but you can experiment with it quite a bit. Next point on the checklist is to include a text hook, which is just the text on screen at the start of your video. Make sure it's not blocking anything important on the screen. And this specifically should give people an idea of what the video is about. So if they read this and it's applicable, they'll sit down and watch it. The next bit in the checklist is to make sure you include some form of reason for people to listen to you, because people are more likely to stick around and watch your videos and engage with them if they think that you're a credible person to listen to. So for example, at the start of this video, I said it's a checklist I actually use that got me 120,000 followers. So it worked for me, and it's also working for hundreds of people I'm helping. So it gives you more reason to actually sit and watch this. How can you do that for your videos? Next on your checklist, you've got to deliver your value. You had your topic, you had your point, you've introduced it, now deliver. Make sure you pay off your audio hook, make sure you pay off your text hook. That's really important. Tied into that, the next point of the checklist is your waffle check. Did you say the same thing 100 times in one video? Did you and ah? Did it take you too long to get into it? If you watch it back and you got a little bored, it means you've waffled too much. So that'll mean you'll cut out all the boring stuff, and you'll make sure you get to the point a lot sooner. Now the final points of the checklist are a couple of CTAs, which are call to actions. So include a one-liner which could encourage people to comment, because people are more likely to comment if you tell them to. And include a one-line to urge people to follow you. This can be done whenever natural throughout the video, but it'll help spark engagement and it'll help bring in some followers. So I think the most complicated thing that people struggle to get a hang of in that entire checklist is the audio hook. So if you want me to make a video on that specifically, not just some examples, but exactly how it works, then just comment part 2 and I'll get that out. And if you want to become a successful content creator, get consistently higher views, bring in a following so you can monetize your channel, consider our TikTok Growth Academy. We've helped members like Susan go from an average of 250 views per post to 5,000 views per post and above. And we have members in there generating income in different ways, all through sharing our years of trial and error on TikTok and providing one-on-one support in the community from TikTok coaches with daily content, as well as the courses, live educational content, and a direct line to the coaches so you can tailor all the advice to your account specifically. So stop all the guesswork, make sure you grow on TikTok, follow a path where others have seen success, and click the link in our bio to learn more. If you want to get onto the FYP more often so you can get more views, get more followers, and monetize your TikTok account, then getting your videos categorized is the way to do that consistently. Let me explain why and explain how to make it really, really easy for TikTok to categorize your content. Now, TikTok decides what videos to put onto one's FYP based on the videos that they've interacted with already. This information will tell TikTok what kind of videos they're interested in, and more specifically, what topics of videos they want to see. So once they've understood the topics that somebody's interested in, they now need to go and find videos that they understand to be about that topic, so they can put you in front of that person. And obviously that's a win-win. If your content's in front of the right people to a relevant audience and you've added the right value, they're going to engage with it, and it's that engagement that pushes you out further. So as you can probably tell, not getting your videos categorized does really hinder how your account fares. Now first, you can see if your videos are categorized by clicking on your profile, clicking on one of your videos, looking at the search bar at the top, And if it says find related content, it means it's not been categorized. And if it has a keyword in there, then that's the category that TikTok's assigned to it. So if you want to make it really, really obvious and really clear what your video is about so that TikTok can categorize it correctly, the first point is to figure out the topic that you want to get categorized as. So the best thing for you to do is to find a popular topic in your niche, more specifically, a popular topic that you have seen a video categorized as, which is a big step that a lot of people miss. And then once you've got that topic, you want to be speaking that topic throughout the video to make your audio very clear. And if you've got a lot of noise and background going on, or even some trending sounds, they're going to confuse TikTok a little bit. So make your core audio the focus so TikTok can understand, digest that information, and categorize you correctly. Then if you can, and if it's natural, try and have that topic on screen at some point throughout the video. You want to have that topic in your description, and you want to use several hashtags, including the keyword about that topic without straying too far. All of those will almost guarantee your videos get categorized and you end up getting more views because you're on the FYP in front of relevant people more often. However, if TikTok doesn't understand your topic enough, it doesn't matter what you do, you will not get categorized, but it's still important to do some elements of that targeting. Obviously, I believe the hardest part here is finding the topic that you actually want to get your video categorized to. So if you want me to make a video on that to make it a little clearer, then just comment part 2 and I'll get that out. And TikTok SEO, along with creating the right content strategy that will get you in front of the right people, is something we prioritize teaching people in our TikTok Growth Academy. We're helping people completely change their account and start getting more views within a matter of weeks. Yes, with the educational content, but also through one-on-one support and accountability by entering people in our growth games, where the people who grow the most earn cash prizes from us. So if you want to grow on TikTok, start seeing more consistent views, and monetize your TikTok so you can spend your days doing something you're passionate about, then click the link in our bio to learn more, and we'll see you over there. If you want to get more views on your TikTok videos, go viral more often and grow a following, there is one surefire way to guarantee that: by increasing the watch time of your videos. If people are watching your videos for longer, TikTok are going to push your videos out further because they want your video to help them keep more people on the app for longer, because that's how they succeed in the long run. So in part 1 of this, we discussed what works on TikTok this year. And part 2, we're going to talk about increasing your watch time to get more views by using elements of storytelling throughout your videos. And no, I'm not actually talking about reciting a story here. I mean using a structure that gets people to stop and watch your videos and flow to the end. So I'll go for the structure. So make sure you save this so you don't lose it, and you can come back to it later and revise and implement to your next few videos. And if you haven't already, drop us a follow for daily TikTok growth content. Now, before we go into a storytelling structure for you to follow in your videos, you have to understand the topic of your video and the people you're trying to target. If you understand the topic, you understand the main point of your video that your video is going to build up to, which will give your video enough value to get people to watch through the end and be happy that they did so. And if you understand who the video is for, you can use that information